partnership to create an indoor community pool. Thank you, like I really need that. To create an indoor community pool is attached for approval. The interlocal cooperation agreement partnership includes the following: Franklin County School District, the County of Franklin, Kentucky, and the City of Frankfort, Kentucky. The recommendation is to approve the interlocal cooperation agreement as presented.
You've heard the recommendation from our superintendent. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. Thank you. And do we have any discussion?
Yes. My name is Natalie Lyle, and I'm a member of the school board, and I just want to say that I'm very happy that we're moving forward to look into if we can do this together. I think we've all thought and tried about doing this separately and determined that it probably wasn't possible, and I hope that we can. I will say, as far as the school board goes, we are very conservative fiscally, and we're very careful with our taxpayer money, and so we are taking this very seriously and carefully, but we think it's very important for our students to have a pool where our swim teams can practice without having to go to other counties, and so I really hope that we can and that the numbers add up. Anybody else?
Well, the superintendent has looked us over and our attorneys, and I think we're all in agreement. I'm a little bit skeptical. We had the county judge and some of his folks met with us on a lawsuit that we had to try to get some tax money from the two buildings. We started moving forward, and then they bailed out. Left us holding the bag. So I'm a little bit hesitant to get into an agreement with this situation because I don't know how, whether, we'll have another bailout or if they go to stick with it, or so everybody's got to be committed to this in order to make it successful.
And I would just like to add that our high school swim coach for Franklin County and Western Hills is here tonight. And I know that we had some students who would have come, but they had to drive to Versailles for swim practice. So I think that's all I have to say. I'm very excited about getting started. Is there any other discussion? All in favor of passing the interlocal cooperation agreement, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Thank you. All in favor of adjournment, please say aye. Aye. Motion passes.
Let me give this to you, Mayor. Service. Good evening, everyone. I call the meeting to order of the City of Frankfort Board of Commissioners. This is a special meeting. Today is September 29th. It's 2025, 5 p.m. I ask the clerk to call for the roll. Present. And tonight, only item on the agenda is a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Frankfort, Kentucky, authorizing and approving an interlocal agreement for the building of a wellness center and pool. Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the resolution. Open it up for discussion.
I just want to make a couple comments. I want the community to understand that I really want to do all I can to make this aquatic and wellness center happen. I did want to make a couple comments. I think that hopefully this committee could, if this potential property may not work out, maybe they can work up a plan B of a few properties. We could all discuss that between our boards, what those properties might be. Just so the committee can move forward with another property if needed. And I think that's really all I'd like to say. Thank you. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'd like to also just kind of echo the excitement with the opportunity to work together with various agencies to bring this project kind of to the forefront again. It's certainly a priority. We all know that in this room for certainly our students and for all of our citizens, young and in elder ages. And, you know, this is a great opportunity to show the power that we all have in local government to change our communities in ways that are impactful for all of us. And I look forward to helping this in any way that we can.
I also just want to echo the previous commissioners. I'm just super excited to be in the room with everybody in the community. It's nice to see everybody's faces in the same room. This is a really big, conversation. So I'm super excited to be a part of it. I'm just really big on accountability. So hopefully we can have open and honest conversations, be transparent, and get this ball rolling. Thank you.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I might as well. I have no pressure. Again, echo everything. Everyone knows my stance. I think the stance of everyone, I'll echo Mr. Perkins. I'm excited about the feasibility, and the biggest thing I want to know is can we all afford this or find ways out there that maybe there's money out there for us for this. I'm 100% for this. I'm sure we've all got kids that went to our county school system and excited for this, but the bottom line is, you know, we have to pay the bills first. So I just want to echo that.
And I'll say this is a long time coming. We've had several meetings in the past, me, county judge, superintendent Kopp, others on our various boards, and it takes a while to get something like this into this room. And I want to be clear what this is and what it isn't. This is just the first step. It's to get to a point where we can design something so that we can show prospective donors, other contributors to this, perhaps maybe other government agencies or entities, and just get something out there for our community to get excited about. And we're not committing any funds tonight. We're not to that point. So I think it's a good, logical next step. And I think the fact that everybody's here is a testament that we've got a lot of support, and it's going to go a long way toward the momentum. And as a father of swimmers and who've made that trek to Versailles and going to other surrounding counties, I understand how important this is. So with that, I'm in support, and I can, if anybody else doesn't have any discussion or questions, I can ask to call for the vote. Yes. Entertain a motion. All right, all those in favor of adjourning, say aye. Aye. We're adjourned.
And I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. That was pretty quick for those two. Can't say it'd be the same here, but Judge Executive Michael Mullin, first and foremost, I want to thank everybody that's in this room. We have all types of people in this room. I think this is the first time ever we've all been together in the same room, not just city, county, but with the school board. And I think this speaks volumes of where our community is. You know, I think we finally have leaders in this community that aren't about their way or the highway. It's about working together and getting things done. And so I think we should all be proud of that. There's other people in this room. I can name everybody. Swim Plays here. Scotty Tracy with our new sports commissions here. There's a ton of people in this room that are doing things in our community for the right reason. So I just want to say first and foremost, thank you to everybody, and we look forward to this. So today's September 29, 2025. I'm going to go ahead and call the fiscal court into session. Our first item of discussion is the discussion of the interlocal agreement regarding the wellness center and pool. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and, before I open it up for questions, behind us is the map. And I want to thank Mr. Charles Bush with the governor's office for being here. We've worked hard with them for a while now to secure a piece of land that this buildings could potentially go on. I know there's a little bit of talk, what if it's not big enough? And we've had those discussions. This has literally been probably a 1.5 year discussion of with some of us in this room. So I appreciate the fiscal court that has agreed to buy this piece of property. And so it is secured. But I think, like the mayor said, this is first step. There's many steps that are going to take place after this. This is us putting an RFP out to see what hopefully design build firms are out there, get some concepts. As we meet with donors, they want to see what does it look like potentially. You know, is just a pie in the sky, or is it really going to happen? to Commissioner Richardson, yes, we need to be fiscally responsible, and we are all about that. So what do these things cost, and can we pay for them? So there's still a lot of things that are coming in front of us. Again, this is first step. This is just to say that we're all working together for a common goal to head in the right direction. So I'm proud to be here tonight. So I'm going to open it up to the court as far as any discussions on the agenda items in front of us tonight. Squire Tanner, please.
Oops, you gave me the microphone. Mistake. Okay. I just want to say one thing. My granddaughter was on the swim team. We went everywhere. Not here. We went to Versailles. We went to Georgetown. We went to Shelby County. We went everywhere. And there's two things I want to point out. It's a long drive when you go there. It's not so long, but really it is. But if you've never been to a swim meet, you really need to go one and take your lunch.
Squire Westman.
All right, Judge, if I could just ask a few questions. I always say that we need to poke holes in everything and see if it still holds water, and we've not had a discussion about this entity as a court just yet other than purchasing the property. So I want to ask them here, and I want to make sure that we are as transparent as possible with the community. Again, we've agreed to purchase a piece of property. If anyone doesn't know where it is, it's on Martin Luther King Boulevard behind the CHR building, just across the road from where we are right now. But just a couple of things I wanted to verbalize. The Independent School Board is part of this memorandum, but they're not here. Has there been a vote taken by the Independent School Board, or can anyone tell me if they are going to be meeting to, or when they will be to?
We're unable to put a committee together tonight.
Okay. And just some other technical questions I just want the community to know what's in this agreement and what's going to be part of this process. We're essentially creating a committee of all parties. Judge, could you go over a little bit about how that's going to be created, who's going to be a party to that, just so the public's a little bit aware that anyone that's going to obviously be watching tonight.
So the selection committee is going to be made up of basically one elected official and one staff member of each entity. In addition to that, I believe the Sports Commission is represented there. I don't have it in front of me. Tourism Commission, and then I believe one citizen that is agreed upon between the superintendent, the mayor, and myself. So that's basically how it's made up. And then at that point, once we interview applicants, who have turned in designs and schematics and things like that, if we find the person we feel like is the right one to move forward with, then we'll all be getting together for another agreement as far as starting to look at financials and things like that. So that's a good question, Squire. So the thought is the school system early on is very, they're in the process and they're finishing up, and I have to commend them for their new auxiliary gyms. So the school board didn't feel like it was right to be part of the wellness center. So the mayor and I, and we've all talked about this, basically the fiscal court and the city commission and any other private donors, we've met with the state on a couple other options too with that. So the pool will basically be financed through these three entities, and then the wellness center will be the two of us, the city and county, and any kind of donors that want to be part of it, naming rights, things like that. We've looked at some other properties. I know the school board's offered a piece of property, so that's been on top of the conversation as far as if it comes back and the entities that are replying to the RFP says, it's not quite big enough. I do think, we have met with the state, and they are in agreement that if we need a little bit more property, that's not off the table either. So there's a lot of different options that we've looked at. So we're just going to keep the communication going, and we like this area most because it's centrally located. It's not on the east side. It's not on the west side. It's on the transit line. Kids from the city can get there. They can walk there from East Main, from all those areas. I mean, it really checks all the boxes. So we're hopeful that we can make it work, and maybe, have to go back and potentially talk to the state about a little bit more land. Or if they just say it's not going to work, then we'll figure it out from there.
Thanks, Judge. I'm excited about this potential, and I think we have to move forward with something for our community. Just a caveat of note, it's my understanding that part of our agreement for purchasing this property, we have to break ground effectively on a facility by end of next year. So if we hold through with that, I think that was a contingency of buying the property. So it gives the community some kind of time frame of what we hope to move forward with the project. So I'm excited. I've been talking about that piece of property for 10 years as a viable option for something in the community, and not necessarily what I initially envisioned, but I'm excited about making something happen in this realm. So thank you.
Sure. Alrighty, so clerk, please call roll. Yes. Thank you very much. Do I have a motion to adjourn? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say nay. We're adjourned. Thank you.